Hey Farid, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, man. So just so people know that we're going to be dropping a couple of these a week just as audios, and then we'll be dropping at least once a month back in the studio. So we can pump them out and people can either listen or not. How are
No,
you doing?
I'm sure they will want to listen. I'm doing well.
How do you say your last name again?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Can you say it like I can't get it?
I also wanted to tell you I didn't want to use my last name online.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair enough.
that's all right.
That's because you're on
It's
the
too
road.
it's too
I forgot.
unique. There's only two of us.
Well, yeah, I know.
There used to be one, and then this other doofus showed up with the same last
There you
name.
go. So what are we talking about today?
You tell me. You're the.
I was kind of thinking.
It's Dane's world.
Well, I know I've taken this thing over. Sorry about that. And then that picture I took, I chopped you out. I didn't mean to. It just didn't fit. It didn't
I just
fit.
thought I'd
Then
give you a
straight
hard time
away,
about the name.
straight away, you're cutting me out of this show already. Well, I was just thinking. I've had some experiences lately, and I've had them a lot of my life. I guess the question is does being a nice guy, and I'm not saying I'm a nice guy because a lot of people, not a lot, but some people probably don't think that's true. But the question is, does being a nice guy work for you or against you?
I guess it depends, doesn't it? It depends on. I guess there's people out there who appreciate the help and don't abuse it, but then there's others who try to abuse it.
Yeah.
Um,
But do you think they mean to abuse it, or they just get used to the fact that maybe you'll say yes and?
well, some people just need help. You know, they just need help, and
Yeah, I'm one of them.
they'll take any help they can get. But you know,
Are you talking about like if somebody needs
well, there's two
like
kinds. One of them
a
is
trip to the tip or something like that?
well, a trip of the tip is fine. Like I'm willing to loan my ute to anyone I know.
Yeah.
But
And the
yeah.
same. I'm the same with the trailer and whatever.
but sometimes, you know, I think you have to establish your boundaries. It's
Yeah, I struggle with this sometimes.
same here. Like discounts to clients is one that I
Yeah,
usually suck. If I work for them 8 hours, you're like, that's a huge bill. I don't want to send them.
Even when I've been working, doing gigs and stuff, when I go to get paid, I kind of feel a bit weird. Like,
Are you feeling too
not
passive?
guilty, but
Yeah, you feel like you're doing something bad.
almost sometimes, And
Yeah,
I got
same.
another friend, a good friend of mine. We've had this chat, and he feels the same. And he used to do landscape gardening, and it's hard work.
Yeah.
He showed me some of the work, and I mean, I'm talking getting paid, $10,000 or something like that.
Right.
But he used to feel guilty just going to collect his money where he's been working there for a month
Yeah.
and did an amazing job. So I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe how you're brought up or I really don't know,
I'm not too sure. For me, it was difficult, for example, raising my prices because I felt, that's not a nice thing to do.
Yeah. But then you have to because it costs a living, right?
Well, that was a thing. Yeah. Eventually I had to, but it was something about discipline that I had to take myself
Sure.
to, kind of force myself to say, look, I know you want to do a favor to this person, but,
Yeah.
you also, this is your job. So, I mean, I'm selective, I'm still selective. If I see that the person is not, is kind of struggling, for example, right now I've got a client who starting to believe that he's early stages Alzheimer's.
Right.
And, I went back there and his computer, he had plugged everything the wrong way.
Wow.
I went back and he undid everything I did and put it in a different way. And
It didn't work.
then, of course, yeah. And then
not.
he basically, he had stuff connected from the charger to the laptop's ports, which
Right.
would have damaged the ports.
Yeah, okay.
So, I didn't charge him anything that one
Yeah.
time because, I felt bad. I had already worked 5 hours for him to sort him out. He was that, poorly set up. But,
Sure.
lonely guy, older gentleman, I
Yeah.
felt like I didn't really want to do it. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll
so
do
you just
that.
go on sort of gut feel and how you're feeling.
And also, but I think it also builds, some rapport in the long run.
Yeah.
They'll say, okay, this guy is sensitive with his pricing, and
Yeah, of course.
but I've had some situations where people do ask for more.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what? I've been lucky enough. I've lent money to friends, and
Yeah, I know.
not one,
I'll get it back to you one day.
not one hasn't paid except for you, Dane. You outed yourself, man. Yeah. No, Dane, you've helped me out. Dane helps me out. He stores some of my stuff in his garage,
I
and
think it all comes out in the wash.
that's all rental fees.
Yeah, exactly. I think what goes around comes around. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, that's
The
it.
hardest thing about music is because it is fun and it looks fun.
Yeah.
But recently I did 4 gigs, back to back on the weekend, 2 in one day. I mean, you're exhausted. It's actually exhausting because you're putting on a front. You're providing entertainment, and then some people just don't value that because they think you're having fun. It's not that. Why should I pay you? But it's not like somebody laying bricks or something. You're like, oh wow, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, I think it's important to have negotiated, have a contract anytime you do something.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe then you can point to the email and,
Well,
for
that's
the contract.
I like to go through an agent or have somebody actually get the gigs and actually collect the money and whatever. But
That does make
yeah,
sense.
it's just, I don't know if it's that nice guy thing, but
Makes you feel guilty when you want to collect. Yeah. I mean,
well, saying no to people as well. I mean, I've struggled with that at times. Oh, let's go out, let's go for a drink, whatever. And I'm just like, man, all I want to do is sit by myself and sit on the balcony and end up saying yes. And then,
because your time, you're too generous with your time, you would say.
Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe with the energy, just providing entertainment all the time, it's just,
true.
It's not always something I want to do, but it's a
You feel
double-edged
obligated.
sword. A little bit, yeah, 100%. No, you're right. You feel like that's your role in life, is to
Make other people happy, you think?
sort of, yeah. I think, and it makes me happy to make other people happy. So it's a double-edged sword because you end up going around in a bit of a circle, because I kind of seek that out too, and that's why I love being an entertainer, because nothing makes me more happy than seeing people singing along or having a great time, and that fills my cup up. But then sometimes you think, well, I've got my cup's now empty. I'm just trying to get that.
Well, you can't give what you don't have, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to get that balance.
Yeah.
That's something I've always struggled with, is getting that balance right.
I think if you recognize what the issue is, and then you're a little bit
still
more
working
conscious about it.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
As you go along. Yeah, it's weird that we both had that same thought.
Well, that's probably why we get along. It's just, we like to be energy givers if we can, but then you've only got so much to give, so it's just
one thing I did.
Give it,
One thing I did was after 7 p.m. Maybe after 5.
Yeah, good idea.
I just started saying no to people. Like, sorry.
I'd turn the phone off when it gets to that point.
I actually started doing that, but then I missed a few important calls.
Exactly, it's always the way, right?
Put it on do not disturb, eh? Yeah.
But I'm not, I've been ripped off in the past, and I've had currently working through something at the moment where, they've probably done, whether they meant to or not, done the wrong thing by me. But I'm not going to change, because you can't. It's hard to change deep down who you are. And if I get a few people that rip you off along the way, well, I just look at it as, well, that's their problem.
That's the cost
I'm
of
not
being
just going to
nice.
become a hard ass.
Right.
Because of a few rip-offs,
That's it.
Although when I was in India, I travelled through India.
Yeah.
Here's a funny one. And I was just constantly getting ripped off. And then this guy goes, look, man. And he was a foreigner, but he lived in there. He goes, you seem like a nice bloke, but they just see you as a sucker.
Is that what he
You're
said?
just a sucker, man. He goes, you and your big smile, having a laugh with everyone. He goes, they just look. And so then I did tighten up, and it did work.
No.
I became pretty much an a-hole, for a week, and I watched it change, and they're like, oh, yes sir, no problem. So I guess when you're traveling, it's different, but I'm not going to be like that here.
The last time I went to Guatemala, there was this guy who, I just asked him for directions for the nearby bakery at 6 a.m. and he goes, sir, I got the greatest business offer for you. And he goes, I go like, what is it? He's like, man, I installed this tap in my house with a basin, and any water that goes into it is safe to drink, and you can bottle it up and sell it. And I'm like, okay, how did you figure that out? He said, well, I put the tap water in the basin, and then I took the water to the water company for analysis, and they told me it was clean.
Really?
I'm like, dude, of course they're gonna tell you it's clean because it's their own water, you freaking idiot. That was like the stupidest scam somebody tried to pull on me.
So you bought it, of course.
I'm like, okay, how do I invest in bottling your tap water?
Oh, that's gold.
Man,
Anyway.
30 minutes, this guy following me for investment.
So I guess to wrap it up is kind of like maybe find keep working on those boundaries.
That's right.
Don't feel guilty saying no.
No, especially if you
And
can't.
if you've done the work, don't feel guilty. Not guilty, but don't feel it's okay to that exchange of energy for money. You know,
And that's it.
that's kind of it.
Well, sometimes you got to charge. I mean, that's it. You know.
I know, of course. Otherwise, we can't. That's how we make a living. You know. So.
That's it. I had a friend who said, same thing. She was just calling me, free IT support. That's another thing. A lot of people call me about free IT support, and it's like,
of course, yeah.
there comes a point where
you're selling knowledge, right?
Yeah. There comes a point where when the questions, and I go like, yeah, I either say I don't know if I know that they're abusing me, or I'll say, something along the lines of, I think it's time for you to start paying me. At least pay me, a third of my rate.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice.
I think that's a nice way of doing it. Easier way in.
Discount it. Yeah. Discount your time. But if it's companionship that you're giving, that just, you got to analyze who you're giving it to.
Yeah, I'm really working on that one. Yeah. So.
But this is the second edition of Dane's sitting on the couch and talking about his psychological issues.
This is my therapy. Oh my goodness!
This was a good therapy session. It felt like a therapy session.
But let's at least try and stay. Not everyone thinks we're good guys. I mean, but let's at least keep trying.
We'll keep trying.
Are we cool on that?
Yeah, of course. We're gonna hit some people along the way that it won't work.
Of course.
But
thanks for the chat.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and stay tuned for the next episode.
That's it.
Thanks, guys.